Hello! Hello, hello. As I always start off my streams, can everybody hear me? And I think there is still a delay on my chat here, so I will give it a second and we will get started. So, okay, I'm seeing some yeses. Someone says I'm a vampire. Cannot confirm nor deny, but speculation leads many to believe so. Okay. So I want to just give everybody a few minutes to kind of get in here. And then we'll get started. I do have quite a few things to talk about, and I just want to assure everybody that no, I'm not just going to be reiterating points from the actual video I've made. I just don't feel like making a full second video to talk about a couple things. So that's why I wanted to do a live stream. So that way we could just kind of talk about some things and be kind of chill about it and have a little bit of an interactive discussion here. So, yeah. And with that being said, while we're still waiting, I'm just going to read the chat a little bit here. Everyone's still coming in. How is everybody? Okay, you know what? While everyone's waiting, I'll tell you about my past couple days because it's been a bit of a nightmare. I lost power during this tropical storm, but this tropical storm was very mild, and I just there were points up and down the East Coast where it actually hit really bad, like trees were falling over and all of this other stuff. But in my area, it wasn't terrible. It just seemed like any other random regular thunderstorm in the middle of the summer. And my power went out for like almost, I want to say 36 hours, something like that. It just, in my area, everybody loses power, and it's always over the most unnecessary situations. And then, like, like when the worst thunderstorm ever hits, everybody's power stays on. Oh, thank you so much, Ashley. Oh, negative TV. Oh, I like that. Thank you so much for the $5. Hope you're well. I hope you're doing well too. I hope everybody's doing well with their physical and mental health. I hope everyone is feeling good. And yeah, okay, so we'll get started here. I don't want to drag the intro on here too long, and since there are oh, Ashley's here. Hello. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Hi, Ashley. Okay, so yeah, let's get started here. I'm going to, I hope, okay, so I don't think that my little notepad will show up here, but I'm going off of a kind of bullet points because I don't want to forget anything. And before I do that, I see, oh, thank you, Jessica, for any confused houseplants that got damaged by a storm. Oh, thank you. I do have one houseplant, but it didn't get damaged by the storm. It got damaged by moving. I have a little cactus, and his life is hanging on by a thread. So he already thrives off of neglect, which is great for somebody like me because I'm terrible with taking care of plants. But he has survived for like 3.5 years, and when we moved, his little head snapped in half. And he's somehow still hanging on, but I don't know how. So, thank you. Okay. So, obviously, we're going to be talking about Chris Hansen. I'm not looking at the chat right now. And I also want to note that I am not audibly getting notified of super chats at this moment. So, I'm going to take one more peek and then, well, oh my god, I actually wasn't expecting anybody else to be. Oh my god, okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Brightslide. Listen, okay? It's just a stream where we're going to be talking about stuff, so nobody has to, like, donate anything. I wanted to make this a live stream because I don't feel like constructing a whole second video talking about things that should have been in my first. But thank you so much. If you need any of this back, or if anybody needs any of their donations back, please let me know. But he says, I'm late, but still have love. My birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday! Oh my god. I'm gonna remember that. Okay, happy birthday, and thank you so much. Everybody say happy birthday to Magic Sloth. And also thank you so much to, I hope I say this right, Fibro Zombie? Oh, okay. I read that weird in my head. Thank you so much. It says, I love your work. Keep doing what you do. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for Richard, I hope I say your last name right, Gamachi, the 99 cents with the 100. Thank you so much. And also, hi Allie. Okay, so I'm gonna step away from the chat to look at my notepad. So just so you know, I'm not ignoring anything. I'm just trying to go through my bullet points here. And I wanted to start off, so I'm trying my best not to be a dick. And I want to start off with a few good things that I like about this Chris Hansen situation. If I'm being brutally honest, it's not a lot, but I want to just say that there are some good things. And then we will get into the issues that I have more recently collected, aside from everything that I have mentioned in my actual video on Chris Hansen. And listen, I want to just say, I used to be a big supporter of Chris Hansen doing all of this, covering the Onision stuff, back when everything first started rolling. And I'm not happy to be saying that, oh my god, Chris Hansen sucks now, and like all of this other, I'm not happy to say this. Like, this actually is really unfortunate, and it's disappointing. And the reason why it's important to talk about is because when somebody has this much power over things, they need to be aware when they're not doing the right things, or when at least people don't think they're doing the right thing. And it's come to a point where there are things where I feel very personally invested in this entire situation. And by doing so, this has become extraordinarily stressful. And that's in the perspective of somebody who just covers the information and has talked to some people and befriended some people. There are others who are direct victims of people like Davi and Onision who are extremely stressed out. And before we even get started, I want to say, if there is a victim out there who doesn't support Chris Hansen, or if there is a victim out there who does support Chris Hansen, in this chat, we are not going to be attacking anybody. We are not going to be putting blame on anybody. We're not going to be judgmental if there is somebody in here who is supporting Chris and they're a victim, or if they're not supporting Chris and maybe have supported him in the past. We're not going to do that. We're not going to be jerks to anybody. And I have already talked to some of the people who are moderating to be on the lookout for, like, people being jerks to others. So yeah, let's not do that. I just want to have like a very constructive conversation here, and I'm gonna try my best not to be a dick about it. So here are some of the good things that I, to this day, still think, they're not terrible. These are good things that have come out of it. Even if the worst of the worst happens, these things will still be relevant. The first is, he did absolutely bring more attention to both the Onision and the Davi Vanity situations. There has definitely been a lot more coverage on Onision, to where even if an investigation falls through, even if, and I'm not saying this for fact, I'm just saying this hypothetically, even if, let's say, there was no investigation ever on Onision, and I'm not saying there wasn't by any means, I'm just saying even if it didn't get to that point, there are still a larger amount of people who know about the situation now and are warned about what Onision's tactics are. And in my opinion, I'm very hopeful that at least will prevent people from wanting to go down the same path as so many have unfortunately gone down with him. I don't think he's going to be able to lure people in as easily now, and more people are going to be aware of it. And my hope is that there are parents out there that watch this type of content that are becoming aware of it, so maybe they have some kids who are in their early teens or even later teens where like they can be on the lookout, like, is my kid following this person? Are they trying to interact with him? That's like the best case scenario at this point that could like be like just bringing awareness to it. And I absolutely think that Chris has done that, whether or not he has had a lot of issues lately. I think that's still important. So I do give him credit for that. And he also did give a lot of women a voice, and he felt even if people no longer support him who went on his show, they still gained a lot of courage through that to discuss a lot of things going on. And they have still gained a lot of I'm trying to think of the word. They have been able to find a piece of themselves, find a voice within themselves to not only help bring awareness to the situation, but help others. And I think that's great. I think there has been a community that has been started from all of this that can be positive. At least there's a support system for many people that has been created due to all of this. So I think that's important too. And even if it hadn't been for Chris getting involved with this, there's a lot of people even I myself wouldn't have met within this community. People who I would like to call myself friends with right now, I probably wouldn't have had the pleasure of meeting had it not been for this. So those are all things that I think are very positive that he has done, that he has, in other words, left a positive footprint on the internet for. But unfortunately, my list of things that are not so positive is quite long compared to that. And before we get into that, I'm just going to take another peek at this chat and see what's going on. So, yeah. Now, with that being said, it's really unfortunate. Okay. So let's see here. Ashley says, I wouldn't have met you. See, Ashley is so awesome. Okay, hold on for 1 second. I want to talk about Ashley, who is in the chat right now. Ashley Lilly, she is amazing, and I want everybody to know that while Ashley has, we've when I say we, I mean not just me, but other people in the commentary community, had the pleasure of meeting people like Ashley, who is so talented. She is amazing. She does videos on all different types of stuff. She is not just somebody who should be known for being someone who had an unfortunate, very, very traumatic encounter with Davi Vanity. She shouldn't be somebody who is just known for that. She has a YouTube where she does a lot of makeup, and she does Sims videos, and she does spooky story times, and all of this other stuff. She's clearly extremely talented, and she's so much more than that. And I think that she definitely deserves a huge platform. And she's great. And had it not been for all of this, I wouldn't have had the pleasure of meeting her, and many others wouldn't have had the pleasure of knowing who she is. So that right there, that is a good thing that has come from Chris. And she is awesome. So yeah, definitely go check her out. And she's like, I'm crying. Wait, no, don't cry. You're awesome, and you deserve all of the support. You really do. You're a very inspiring and amazing person. And thank you again so much, Fibro Zombie, who says, you said my name correctly. Thank you. Oh, well, thank you. Oh my gosh. And Mr. Brightside said, talk about Marzi. Oh my god. Okay, so Marzi is awesome. He does my end cards, and I don't know if he's in the chat. I haven't seen his name pop up. But if he is, he could say. Hold on, do I see? Okay, hold on. I saw one of my other friends in here. Making him a mod. Okay, so Marzi is amazing. He is a very, very talented artist, and he does my end cards. I have his Twitter linked in all of my YouTube videos. He is Marzi Pandorica. He is awesome. He does a lot of D&D art, and if everybody or anybody is interested, we'll talk a little bit about D&D at the end of this video. I want to kind of get my thoughts out, but he's great. Definitely go check him out as well. He's a very, very talented person, and I don't know if he's doing commissions now, but he often does open commissions, and he's amazing. Okay, so enough talking about some very wonderful people, because as much as I'm sure everybody would love to hear me talk over and over again about some wonderful people, we're going to get on to some of the negative things that Chris has done, because we're negative Nancy's here, and we have to do that. I do want to make a video talking about some YouTubers who I absolutely adore, and I don't know when that will be, but it's going to be soon. Okay, so first of all, the first bad thing is something that I don't know if everybody else agrees with, but this entire situation feels like a damn fever dream. It feels like life is a simulation at this point. This time last year, I would have not expected that I would be, as well as several other creators, would be personally upset with Chris Hansen, the guy from Dateline that did To Catch a Predator. That is something to this day that if I talk about with anybody in my personal life that doesn't know that my YouTube is a thing, they look at me like I'm absolutely insane. And I could absolutely understand why. It's just weird that we're here. 2020 is a very strange year, but here we are. Okay, and now for the real things. So, as I said, I used to be a supporter of Chris Hansen, but obviously over time things have gotten a lot untrustworthy. Things have gotten really rocky, and my as well as other people's trust did begin to fall for him. People are losing more and more trust in him, and that's really unfortunate because people had a lot of hope in him. He seemed very prestigious. He had his own show. He was good with catching predators, and everything seemed like it was all coming together, and justice seemed like it was truly going to be served with certain situations. And for things to get this messy is really, really sad. Now, as I said earlier, I did make a video on him, and you could check it out. It's still on my channel. I haven't linked it in the description, but I did make a video on him, and there was a lot of points in that video that I'm going to try and make sure that I do not reiterate in this stream. Otherwise, what would be the point of watching, right? So I'm not going to just repeat all of those points. There are actually quite a few new things that have been kind of overlooked, I feel like, in the past few days, or if they weren't overlooked, they were definitely, like, not emphasized as much as I thought that they would be. And one thing, and now this is a thing that involves me directly, which I want to talk about a little bit. Wow, she's inserting herself into the situation. You'll understand why in a second if you didn't watch my video, if you haven't been following things. There's one thing I did mention in my video on Chris Hansen that I don't know if a lot of people just didn't see, or maybe I put it too far towards the end for people to, like some people click off early. Or maybe not a lot of people even just saw that video. But over the past few days, it seems like people are really surprised to find out that Chris Hansen wasn't the one to contact the FBI over the Davi situation specifically. I'm not going to go into specifics or the details, but it's been brought to my attention that in a few of his streams he made it seem like he was the one to do that, which I don't know, I'm not mad about that. I just think that's weird. But that's whatever. It's the fact that there has been new information stemmed from, it was Edwin's stream, and if Ashley's still in here, I'm going to kind of reiterate a point she made in Edwin's stream for anybody who missed. And she can, in the chat, correct me if I mistake anything, or if I that sounds like bad grammar if I get any facts wrong here, but from my understanding, so what happened, what she described in Edwin's stream is that there was a situation a few months ago where she tried to contact Chris about someone who was, I'm going to say allegedly, just for the sake of not being sued, but just know that when I say allegedly, you know, my thoughts, I think many people can grasp what my true thoughts are on that. So someone was allegedly being talked to by David Vanity, and they were underage, allegedly they were underage, and they wanted to contact Chris, or actually contacted Chris, and they were like, yo, we have this opportunity to catch Davi in the act, and Chris assured them that that he had contacts with certain authorities, that he can get in touch with them, and it just basically seemed like he blew it off, reassuring Ashley that this was going to be something that can be taken care of. And unfortunately, he put it off for so long that they were going to take matters into their own hands and do it their way, and by that point, Davi had already blocked the alleged minor he was allegedly talking to. And that, combined with the fact that something had happened a couple of months ago where I tried to get in contact with Chris Hansen, and I did get in contact with him, and I talked to him privately about a situation that was extremely disturbing, and something that was going on currently, something that was, I was really, like, hearing this information was really stressful, and it was messed up, and it was something that didn't happen yet. It was something that was going to happen, and knowing that information, it like, I felt sick to my stomach and powerless. And Chris at the time was one of the only people that I thought would be able to help somehow, because he gave everybody this sense of, I don't even know what the word is. Forgive me for my lack of terminology here. Oh, hi, Snuggie. What's the matter? Chester's in the background crying. He's like, oh, I'll help you. It's this word. Boof. He's so cute. I can't think of the word, but for his, he gave people a sense like he was some sort of authority figure on YouTube where, you know, like you could contact him and he'll get the FBI involved and he'll do this and he'll do that. And like, he made it seem like he was some sort of like hero, or not even a hero, just like somebody who had a power that most people didn't. And when I told him the information that I had, I genuinely thought that he had the power to bring it to authorities with some sort of way to resolve the issue. But obviously that's not what happened, otherwise I wouldn't be talking about it right now. So Chris, he responded, and he asked me if I wanted to have a call about it, and when he was the first person to ever ask me, can we call to discuss this further? And I've never, like, before, like, at this point, I've never talked to anybody through YouTube on the phone before. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess he means, like, Skype or Discord or something. So I was like, through Skype or Discord or anything like that, and he just didn't get back to me. And I waited a couple weeks, and nothing. And I was becoming very, very not irritated, but like anxious, I guess, because the situation, like, just didn't magically go away. This situation was still like, oh my god, like, we have to hurry because blah 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 could happen. I don't want to say what it was, but I ended up trying to contact regular police departments and, like, you know, like, local areas, local, not to my area, but local to the areas where this was allegedly going to take place. And I've heard nothing back. Nothing was really, like, escalating from there. And at this point, I felt extremely defeated. I felt like, wow, there's nothing that can be done. We're just gonna have to sit back and watch this happen. And then I talked with Creepshow, and she gave me the information, like, oh, you know, you could just send a tip in to the FBI online. And I was like, no, I didn't know that. And then I found out how, I don't want to say the F word on here, but I found out how effing easy it was to contact the FBI with a situation. Now, obviously, like, you know, they're going to evaluate this type of thing with, you know, they're going to evaluate its severity and stuff, and if it's important, they'll get back to me. They called me within, like, 24, 36 hours, something like that. It blew my mind that this process could have been done, like, weeks before, but I just didn't know because I genuinely thought that Chris Hansen was the magical key to help solving this, because he genuinely made people feel like he is the magical key to helping everybody with, like, getting in touch with the FBI and stuff, or catching predators like he used to on his TV show. But it's not that at all. And it's really, really sad, because I don't believe that this is the first time that Chris Hansen's negligence, I think is the word. Like, I feel like this isn't the first time that Chris Hansen neglecting something has led to things getting really messy in regards to either the Davi case or the Onision situation. You know, it's really sad, because when Ashley told her story on Edwin's live stream, which, that was, I hope that he clips that. I hope that I hope Edwin, like, clips that specific part out, because I think he said he was going to. That's such an important clip. The fact that, like, him blowing people off has led to very negative repercussions multiple times at this point shows, one, a pattern of behavior, and two, it just shows that he genuinely, at least in my opinion, he genuinely doesn't care. Because if he did, he wouldn't be so disrespectful with certain people. He wouldn't neglect very concerning information. And it's just, I don't know. It's really, really disappointing, and it's really frustrating, because there are people out there who are giving him genuine criticism, and he is responding in such a negative way. And I'm so disappointed to have been a supporter of him months back. And again, the whole reason why I even did my Chris Hansen video is not just because I'm like, oh, now I'm a hater and blah 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 and I want to complain about Chris Hansen. No, it's because in one of my Onision videos I actually praised Chris Hansen for doing a good job at covering the Onision investigation, and at the time it was because I genuinely thought so. I genuinely thought he was doing a great job, and I feel it's a responsibility of mine to talk about these things and to give you guys updated information. And if I no longer support somebody when I publicly said I did, you know, then I think it's important to say, hey, you know, so many terrible things have gone on, and here's why I don't support this person anymore. So I made a video, and as soon as I made that video, he blocked me, which is extremely interesting, because in his live stream yesterday, last night, he literally said he only blocks people that do criticisms of him. Like, he only blocks people who make videos criticizing him because apparently they make sock accounts to harass him. He said that. And I'm kind of baffled by that because I haven't tried to contact him since his last message to me. Or, well, I guess I was the last one to message him, asking him, oh, would you like to talk through, Skype or whatever? And, I'm the type of person, like, if I'm talking with somebody, especially somebody who I don't know well, like, I'm not going to keep messaging you over and over and over again until you answer me. If I feel like you don't want to talk to me, if I feel like you're blowing me off, I'm not going to beg for you to talk to me. And I just feel insulted because I think people are allowed to criticize this guy, and with him responding in such a way where he's saying all of his criticisms wow, words, the English language, such a wonderful, okay, sorry, let me make words like an adult. When he basically said anybody who delivered criticism to him were people who made sock accounts to harass him. I'm sorry. I know that there are some people out there that may have this type of energy, but I don't. There are many people who don't. And it's really unfortunate because I don't think a lot of people who made these videos had that have that energy either. Also, I'm looking at something. It says the stream's bitrate is lower than recommended bitrate. Well, it's only a picture, so I guess, like, nothing seems out of the ordinary. Can you guys hear me well? Like, clearly? Not like, I know that, well, I would at least hope by this point how long I've been talking that you guys have been able to hear me, but I hope that it comes in crystal clear. Oh, thank you, Marissa Lynn, who says, I too was saddened by his handling of the whole thing. He just comes off as sad and pathetic at this point. Well, yeah, I agree. There are things, like, I feel like he could have handled things so differently, and even if he has made mistakes, I feel like if he had responded to those mistakes and tried to genuinely better himself, that would be so much more respectable than the way he's handling it now. And I'm just so, oh my god. It's like, this feels like high school. I don't know. I feel like so many people genuinely want the best for these, really, like, let me be clear, like, the Onision situation, the things that he has done, completely, 100% serious, should not be taken as, like, tea, sis, or the same thing with Davi. Like, especially Davi, there are so many horrific and traumatic circumstances and disgusting things that man has done. That I don't think should be watered down to make tea. But there comes a point when one of the biggest voices, there comes a point when one of the biggest voices in this situation covering everything, who is Chris, if you're displaying signs that you're in this for self-gain more than you are in this for trying to help others, things are gonna fall. And people aren't stupid. They're going to see through it. They're going to see what it is they're going to see it for what it really is. And, I don't know. It's like such a defeating feeling. Also, thank you so much, Jackie, who says thank you to Mimi for speaking up. I Hansen was helping until I realized nothing was going on with Onision. Very disappointing. I don't know what's going on with Onision. I don't think anybody really does. You know, it's if I'm being honest, you know, Onision. Yes, Chester. What's the matter? I said Onision, and Chester was like, like, like even he hates him. Onision is a reprehensible, vile person. He has hurt so many people, and people have known this for years. This is nothing new. This isn't new just because Chris Hansen talked about it. He brought a lot of people's attention to it, but he's been a very bad person for a very long time. And, with that being said, however, I don't know if there is enough for him to actually be put in jail. The one thing that was able to put Kai in jail, I don't think anybody, at least publicly, knows anything of that investigation. The last I've heard about it was when it was the whole laptop situation, which could definitely jeopardize the fate of the investigation. So there's that. Like, it's just a lot. And that laptop situation sounds so, like, to me, like, I feel like the laptop situation is unique in its own way because there were so many mistakes made for that to happen. But at the end of the day, a good reason why all of that happened was because of Chris Hansen and the way that he had handled it. And the way that Chris Hansen has handled some things in the Davi situation, you know, that's caused it caused things to be jeopardized as well. Does that make sense? And I'm, like, really sad because Chris Hansen is some dude that, like, I used to watch with my cousins when I was, like, hanging out with them. We would watch To Catch a Predator on TV. He was somewhat, like, that whole, like, show was, like, really entertaining, and if, oh my god, if they knew about all of this stuff now, I don't know what they would think, but, you know, same thing with me and my boyfriend. We would watch his show all the time a couple years ago, even, like, reruns and stuff, and, yeah, it just feels like a fever dream. Also, thank you so much to Bob Jones, who said Hansen should still look in the, you know, I think on my last stream, people told me to look into Chris Chan, and I asked, I was like, who is Chris Chan? And then a lot of people told me, and I think I looked him up, but I forget who he is. So can somebody remind me? Because I think a lot of people have been asking me. I can't remember if it's the same guy. But yeah. And I don't know. I think a lot of his most recent stream where he was answering questions, it reminded me so much of the Jeffree Star stream. And, oh my god, Jeffree Star. Like, that's a whole other thing. I don't think I'm doing any more Jeffree Star videos unless I'm kind of getting tired of that topic. But, his stream yesterday kind of reminded me of that stream with Jeffree Star because there was so much deflection. There was so much going on that, like, you could see right through it. And I feel like I said this on Twitter, I feel like you need to roll for, not initiative, what is it, every time Chris Hansen talks, you need to roll for an insight check, because you just don't know if he's telling the truth or not on anything. That's a D&D thing, so I don't know how many people would get that. I know there's at least 3 people watching right now who will. But, yeah. Oh, God. Someone said Jeffree Shart. Oh, I think that's my new favorite. Oh, Jeffree Shart. I love that. Holy crap, that's beautiful. 10 out of 10, chef's kiss. But yeah. I don't know. So I want to hear what you guys think. Like, because I think the tides are shifting. I think when people first started criticizing Chris, you know, there were still a lot of supporters out there. And honestly, like, I'm not going to sit here and, like, attack you or, like, call you stupid or anything if you still support Chris, because I know there's maybe some people who still are supporting him. I just think that if you are somebody who does still support him, if you still see the good in what he does, just be careful. Like, I'm being serious. Like, I don't want to see anybody else get hurt by putting their trust into him and then becoming disappointed or having repercussions from trusting him. I genuinely think, like, my message to, like, anybody who is supporting him still, you know, just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Like, I think it's very responsible to, like, even if you're somebody who still likes him, to, like, kind of consider a lot of the criticisms about him, you know, because just because you criticize someone doesn't mean you have to hate them. It doesn't mean you have to, like, entirely dislike them. I mean, personally, I dislike Chris Hansen, but there have been people who I've criticized who I don't entirely dislike. It's just that, you know, things need to be said sometimes. So yeah. Well, that was kind of like my little rant on him. But I want to kind of catch up on the chat a little bit. So, oh my god, is that the Stevie Wolf? Hey. Oh my god. What's up? I don't know if that's actually him. Oh my god. Okay, like, if that's really Stevie, holy crap. Okay, first of all, I'm not sure, like, where your thoughts on this are, but the way you talk cracks me up all the time. You are so descriptive and creatively, linguistic. Yes. He says, like, the most, I used to watch his videos all the time, like, years ago, and he would say the most creative and hilariously descriptive things that were so off the wall and would have me in tears. Oh my god. My boyfriend and I love you so much. Okay, and not like a creepy way, but like, oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna stop, like, simping for Stevie Wolf. But yeah. But there was one video, I forget what he said, like, he said something and it was like, oh my god. Okay. You're hilarious, dude. So, anyway. Yeah. This whole situation, getting back on track here, is really, really upsetting. And Chris is just at a point where I think if he's just genuinely honest, and if he just, like, says, I think I would have more respect for Chris if he just blatantly said, like, hey, you know what? Yeah, I do have self-interest in this. I do think that by talking about all of this stuff, that it's going to revive my career with, it's going to revive my career for, like, catching predators, but online. Like, I would have more respect for him if he said that than if he's, I don't know. Thank you so much, Lynn UX, who says, Simp Hansen, love you to Mimi. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think there was a Twitter called Simp Hansen. Maybe that's one of the sock accounts that Chris tried to, like, say that commentary channels were. I don't know. I can't believe that he genuinely, like, okay, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna say, like, there was a lot of stuff that was blatant lies and slander in a lot of his live streams lately. And I think it's funny because he also says that the people who are criticizing him or slandering him, when there's been so much information and evidence and sources to back up so many arguments against what Chris Hansen has been doing, and he has backed up none of his counterclaims with anything other than his word. So, there's that. Well, that's all my thoughts on this right now. I mean, I could go into more, but I would pretty much be reiterating a lot of points in my Chris Hansen video, which I don't know if that would bore people, Like, I don't want to talk about, like, I mean, like, there's also things, okay, here's one thing. In my video and in several other commentary videos talking about Chris Hansen, there was a big topic where he supported a lot of sketchy companies, a lot of sketchy things. He has supported a lot of things like the Escobar phone, and I forget the one guy's name, but it was like it looked like a very well put together like infomercial, but it was like a scam. And then there was like a thing he was trying to promote, getting out of debt. You know, his what's it called? Oh, I can't think of the word. The Cameo. He was saying a lot of things on Cameo, and he, you know, in his live stream, you know, debunking all of these things is like, he basically said like, well, yeah, it's Cameo, you shouldn't expect me to believe the things I'm saying. It's not that everybody believes, it's not that people believe that, how can I word this? This is why, you know what? This is why I suck at talking in real time, and everybody will be like, wow, Tamimi is so articulated and well-spoken. No, she's not. Like, I'm not. I am definitely not. I am, a very socially awkward and terribly worded person in real life, and this live stream proves it. But anyway, you know, he tried to say, like, you shouldn't expect me to be able... You shouldn't expect me to believe all of the things that I'm promoting on Cameo. And I don't think a lot of people actually think you believe that. It's more that you just said it, because whether you believe it or not, you're giving those ideas a platform. You're giving oh, bye Ashley. Oh, I love you. Oh, you have a great rest of your afternoon, evening. Everybody put strawberries in the chat for Ashley, because she likes strawberries, and like now because of Edwin's stream, I think of her when I see strawberries, and vice versa. They remind me of her. So anyway, forgive me for my tangents here. I don't think anybody thinks that he believes that. It's just that he's supporting the ideas whether he believes it or not, by saying things like, there was a Cameo where he said, like, oh, he supported maps or something, and I don't think anybody actually believed he supported them. It's just the fact that he said that. Like, he has no problem saying these things online. Like, you know what I mean? And as somebody who has a reputation for being a decent journalist, or, you know, or so he thinks, for somebody with that reputation, I think it's irresponsible to say things like that and use the excuse, oh, well, it was just Cameo, I'm just doing it for money. Like, that's everybody's point. That was everybody's point. So I just think that stuff like that is awful. And again, going back to his scams, as I started this entire tangent with, that situation is very irritating that he brought it up, because he's bringing up like, oh, well, these things weren't scams. By the way, everybody should go support, I want to get help for the victims of Davi and Onision, and instead of giving them my super chats, which I for some reason think is unethical, I want to try and get them access to BetterHelp. In a video where he is addressing criticisms for being tied up with scams, he wants to advertise BetterHelp. And, well, I guess I shouldn't say advertise, because I don't think he was paid to say that. It's just that he wants to throw that name out there. So, I don't know. I thought that was pretty funny. And by that, I mean, I'm being sarcastic. I didn't think that was funny. I thought that was really awful. So, yeah, let's see. Resting Bitchface says it's in such poor taste for him to say those things if he's knowingly doing so. Exactly, it is. It's very poor taste. It's like, I'm trying to think of a scenario. And I don't want to, like, It's like saying you hate Coca-Cola so much, and Coca-Cola, and this is just out of the blue, like, I just said that because there's a Coca-Cola can on my desk, okay? So don't come for me, Coca-Cola. I'm just using you as an example. Let's say someone hates Coca-Cola so much, and they make video after video after video talking about how much they hate Coca-Cola, and then they go on Cameo, and Coca-Cola gives them money to say, hey, will you say Coca-Cola is awesome? And they do. They take the money and say, hey, you know what? Coca-Cola is awesome. And then you have the audacity to say, well, you know, yeah, I made all these videos saying I hate Coca-Cola, so how could you expect me to actually think that Coca-Cola is awesome? So yeah. Oh, thank you so much to Tipster, who says his Q&A was littered with lies. I mean, it definitely seemed that way. I think there were a lot of lies in it, and I watched his video on, like, double speed. I was doing my hair and just, like, rolling my eyes. I'm pretty sure I saw my brain at one point. They went into the back of my head. Andy Lopez, thank you so much, who says, so today was a good day for me. I called my dental office and told them they can go rub... if they can rub my teeth because it helps me calm down to being nervous. The woman said yes. What? Oh, okay. I'm glad. I never heard of that. Well, I'm glad that helped. I'm glad that I'm really, like, if that's a thing, like, I'm genuinely glad that helped you calm down. Stevie says, yeah, that bothered me. Not only is it a scam, it was just irresponsible because anyone with a brain knows that BetterHelp is totally uncredible. It is, and you know what? It was really frustrating to see a lot of people last year support that, and it genuinely, like, there were people who genuinely looked at that app with, like, hope, thinking, like, wow, this is such a great thing, like, I can be connected to a therapist so easily, and then all of a sudden, like, it's like, no, there's a lot of sketchy shit going on with that website, that app, and it's just, it blows my mind how many people genuinely thought that it was a good idea to support them. And even now, like, even after all of that came out, you know, I'm somebody who really finds it important to take care of your mental health, but I would not recommend an app like that where there would be a chance for somebody who isn't even a licensed therapist to just take all of your information and, like, listen to your stories and stuff, you know, that creeps me out, and I wouldn't recommend that to anybody. So yeah, I'm going to probably mess up your name, and I'm so sorry. The Juan Show? Juan Show? I'm sorry. Thank you so much. Who sent $2 says, Hansen doesn't keep a consistent moral center. Thank you. I'm sorry if I messed up your name. But yeah, he can't. He absolutely cannot. He's a snake oil salesman on YouTube. That's my opinion. Tinkerbell says Pepsi is better than Coke. Listen, okay, if we want to start a war, I'm trying not to drink soda too much, but sometimes, you know, once in a while I will. I usually try to stick to water lately, but I personally prefer Coke to Pepsi because Pepsi goes flat a lot quicker. So, don't come for me. Don't at me, bro. Stephanie Cook says, hey guys. Oh, well, you enjoy. She said, hey guys, I gotta go. Have a good night. Oh my gosh, well, you have a good night too. I hope you enjoyed me trying to come up with my thoughts on the spot and doing a terrible job. So yeah, let me see. Naptime said this isn't his first dropped ball in his career. He covered a story about a young kid. The media claimed the child was a kingpin, yet he was used by the police to get tips on drugs. I don't know about that. That's weird. I'm gonna have to look into that. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna look into that later. I'm gonna write a note really quick. Okay, that's news. That's news to me. I never heard about that one before, all the videos I watched. So yeah. Everyone's talking about sodas now. It was just my example. It was the first thing I locked eyes on, and I was like, that's a good thing to make an example out of. So yeah. And with that being said, I think, so I don't want to really make a huge video on this again, because I think I summed up most of my points in the video that I have done on Chris Hansen, but this was just a few extra things that have happened recently, or things that have recently come out that I feel comfortable sharing with now that weren't in that video. And it really sucks that this is the way that things are turning out. This is the way things are going. But, you know, I'm waiting for, like, I part of me, like, I have this weird gut feeling that things are just going to get significantly worse within the next couple weeks to months. With the way that he has been handling things so far, the more he responds to things negatively, the more that, you know, this is going to be a talking point for people. And I just genuinely wish that he would handle it as articulate as he makes himself seem. Because if anything, like, my advice to Chris would be, like, get yourself a fucking PR. I know I said I wasn't gonna curse. I was trying not to, but at this point, get yourself a damn PR assistant to at least help you pretend to care about what's going on. Because he clearly just is incompetent on his own. And I'm just personally frustrated with certain things, because after talking about so much going on regarding Chris over the past few months, you know, everybody, well, not everybody obviously, but there's been quite a few people saying, well, you know, you're not doing a lot, you're just using this to talk about, you know, something negative, and what are you doing besides talking bad about Chris or talking bad about Jeffree Star? The fact that those two things, I don't know if you guys could hear that, my computer made a noise, you know, talking so negatively about these people, what did you do to help? And it's like, I don't know, maybe I contacted the fucking FBI, and now I realize that people were saying that because they probably genuinely thought that Chris did that, so I don't know. Yeah. I'm sorry that my thoughts aren't well articulated in this. I think I usually do a better job, but I'm just frustrated, and I can't really get my, I can't get my thoughts, like, to be completely concise, but I'm very, like, aggravated, and I'm, like, annoyed, and there's just, it just sucks. But I'm not gonna go sit here and repeat myself more than I already have. There's one more thing I kind of want to talk about a little bit, and it's kind of the next video I have planned, and this is kind of really out of left field, has nothing to do with Chris Hansen, so let me know in the chat real quick if you guys want me to kind of go into a little bit of detail about that before I get off here. Just say, like, yes or no. It has nothing to do with Chris Hansen, and if anything, it'll be like a little preview of what I'll be talking about sometime later this week. Also, thank you so much, Lucius. I hope I said your name right. Thank you so much. Back when Hansen had his show going after pedos, got a Navy dude fresh out of boot. Navy wanted chats to charge him under UCMJ. Hansen wanted to deny. I don't know if I read that right. Hold on. I want to reread that to myself, not out loud, because I'm stupid and can't comprehend words. Yeah, so 1 second. So, wait, so the Navy wanted to, like, talk to him and he denied it? Either way, thank you so much for sending me that. That was really nice of you. I appreciate it. Okay, so really quick. So my next topic, I guess, the next on the chopping block. My God. This is something that actually, like, frustrates me, and I don't know how many people watching right now will be any help. But there's been something going on Twitter recently where, like, I don't know, there were a couple people that were criticizing someone who claimed they had autism, and there was like a small group of people who genuinely thought that girls could not have autism, and all of this other stuff that was like really like mind-numbingly ignorant. And I don't know, I guess I kind of want to ask a live question to you guys, and just, what are your thoughts on that? Like, and I'm not going to go into too much about that, but let me see. The Navy wanted the chat logs from the Navy guy to the undercover officer. Hansen wanted to deny. Oh, so what? He was trying to deny chat logs? Oh, that's terrible. Are you going to talk about how the FBI raided Jake Paul's house? Probably not. Only because every time I talk about Jake Paul on my YouTube channel, not a lot of people seem that interested. And, if I do, then I'm gonna wait until more information comes out about that story. So, like, yeah. But, wow. Oh my gosh. Gotta love ignorances. I think, wow. Yeah, so there's a person, a couple people actually that was saying that girls couldn't have autism. And yeah, RK, I know you know 2 girls who have autism, and I know who one of them probably is. And I'll be talking about that a little bit more in my next video. No, I guess, I don't know, should I just say it? Should I just, like, kind of... You're saying no? No? Like, okay, so my boyfriend's over here. He always helps me with watching, like, the chat and everything, and he knows exactly what I'm about to talk about, and I'm sitting here like, should I say it? He's like, no. He's like, no. Excuse me. I don't know. I guess I'll save that conversation, but I have a very personal opinion on that. And yeah, Elder Squirrels, thank you so much. First of all, freaking love your name. That's awesome. Thank you for your videos. Got severe anxiety and ADHD, and thanks to binge watching your vids, I finally finished remodeling my house. Oh, thank you so much first of all for your support, and also saying that. Thank you. And I personally, one of the reasons why I love commentary styled videos is sorry, I saw something. So yeah, so I feel like commentary style videos are so relaxing to listen to when you're doing something. Like, I don't know, if I can't get through the whole right opinion video by just watching it, I'll probably just, like, clean my room or something. But there's certain commentary videos that I watch because I love their editing, and I think they're fantastically done. And there's some people who are just so very well spoken and very articulated and are just entertaining to listen to, where I just listen to them and do something, and I think it's so refreshing. So yeah, someone said, she loves all the fan art people make. She always saves them on her desktop. Oh, did someone... Hold on, I'm scrolling up now. Did somebody ask if they want to make fan art? Listen, if anybody likes doing artsy-fartsy stuff and they want to, like, make fan art, please send it to me.
We're asking if you liked it.
Oh, if I liked it?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I know you're... Oh, my God. Oh, I know exactly who that is. Oh, I loved it. Thank you so much. I saved it on my phone. I save all of them on my phone. They make me so happy. So yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. And just one second. Okay. So yeah, I think I'm probably gonna get going soon. Like, soon as in like a minute or two. Just so you guys know, because I just wanted to kind of get my thoughts across a little bit, and I don't think I'm going to be making another video on Chris Hansen, but I do enjoy talking with you guys and, like, just, you know, getting on here and just hearing your opinions too, not just kind of speak into a echo chamber of my own thoughts. So I really do enjoy your input. How come you don't talk about the allegations against gamers? Are you talking about what's his face, Sky Williams, and that whole situation with like the Smash Brothers community? Do you guys want to see a video on that? Because I was gonna do a video on both Sky Williams, and then a separate video on the Smash Brothers community, but then time kind of got away from me. Would you guys want to see that? Because I have no problem doing that. Especially the Sky Williams situation. Like, I was really up in on that, and that was around the same time the whole thing happened with Cryotic. There was a lot, like, all at once. So, if you guys want to see that, let me know. Because I will write that on my list. I have, like, a list of videos of, like, certain videos I need to get done soon, and then certain videos that, I kind of have, like, not necessarily on the back burner, but just videos I have planned for when there isn't, like, breaking news. So, someone says another reason for late diagnosis is because medicine has been male focused for a very long time. Oh, you're talking about the autism thing. Yeah, I have, I'm gonna wait to talk about my thing. But, I definitely get the frustration with that. I think specifically with autism, as I have been learning over the past few months more specifically the diagnosis of it, is that females, women and young girls, tend to have a rougher time being diagnosed because it appears that men and women, or girls and boys, because usually people are diagnosed as children, but especially females, tend to not be. There's different symptoms and different, girls and guys have, from what I understand, display different symptoms of autism, and it's something that has been studied more recently. And it really is sad. And it's also frustrating. Especially when you're 25 and your insurance is about to run out. Okay, I'm not gonna go into that anymore. But yeah, so you guys want to hear about the Sky Williams thing? And I also am gonna be talking about the thing from Twitter, as I said. And I think I may also do a Nikocado video. I did a Nikocado video, and it was up, and it actually did pretty well, but the problem was so much information was developing, and my entire opinion on the situation flipped in like 24 hours. That's how fast information was developing, and I'm so mad because I had done an ugly sweater contest party thing. It was a party. And I put everybody's ugly sweater pictures at the end of that video. And then, like, as soon as my opinion changed, I was like, oh, I don't agree with this video anymore. So I privated it. And I'm really sad because I put so many people's ugly sweater pictures in there. So yeah. And, oh, I did get someone says, please do talk about Nikocado Avocado. I assume that you said that and meant that and don't mean do not. Listen, I'm probably going to talk about Nikocado Avocado. His videos are entertaining, to say the least. So yeah. This is kind of turning into, like, me just rambling at this point. So I think I'm going to go. And, yeah. I feel like my streams are very poor in quality compared to my regular videos, but I think that's the point. I think the point is to be a little bit more, what's the word? Candid? Is that it? So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. To everybody who is here right now, I'm gonna go. My boyfriend and I are going to do some D&D stuff. We were testing out some campaign stuff, so we're gonna go do that. Someone says Kai May Knight says give Chester my love. Where is he? Oh, he's snuggling in the back there. But I will, as soon as he wakes up, I'm gonna give him all the pets. He's like so cuddly anymore. Ever since he hit like 2.5, he's been very like snuggly and cuddly and just loves to like sleep by my feet. So yeah. Thank you again for everybody watching, and I will see you later. This week, what's today? Today is Thursday, right? Probably Monday I will have my video up. Yeah, I think Monday. So look out for that. And I'll see you later. Go follow me on Twitter if you haven't. For as long as I keep it up, I'm friends with Twitter again, but I don't know. I get moody with Twitter. And follow me on Instagram and everything. So thank you. Everybody have a wonderful time. And I'm trying to end this. I'm trying to see. So see you later.